Welcome back, guys. I am back with the second law of Gregor Mendel's, that is the Mendel's law of independent assortment. Now, what is the meaning of assortment? Assortment means to organize something or to separate something into different sections, right? Now, the first thing that we are going to discuss here is the difference between the Mendel's law of segregation and Mendel's law of independent assortment. In the case of Mendel's law of segregation, we only studied one trait, that was the seed shape, right? We studied seed shape. When we talk about independent assortment, we are going to study two of the traits. Therefore, it is known as dihybrid cross. What is the meaning of di? Di means two. So it is the study of two traits which are going to be shape and color. What are those two traits? Shape and color. We already know two shapes are there. One of them is round, that is dominant, clear? And the other one is the wrinkled, and the wrinkled one is the recessive. This one is the recessive. In case of colors, the pea plant has two color seeds which are yellow colored seeds, which are dominant, whereas green colored seeds which are recessive. Another thing is the representation of the alleles. We know for round he chose capital R, for wrinkled he chose small r, small r. For yellow, he said the dominant alleles will be represented by capital Y for the yellow color. Whereas for green, he chose small y because it is recessive, and we represent the recessive alleles or genes with the small letters. Therefore, the green color was represented with the small alphabetical letters. Clear? Now we will study the cross. The cross is in the similar way that we did in the Mendel's law of segregation. The only difference is we are going to study two traits here. Yeah. Now, the first parental generation was round yellow seeded plants. Both are dominant. And the second one was the recessive one, wrinkled green seeded plants. It is round yellow. So the alleles that are going to come into gametes will be capital R. Only one will come from this pair, capital R and capital Y in the gametes. From this, small r and small y. When we fertilize both of these, the fusion will occur and it will result in the formation of these offsprings which have the alleles capital R, small r. Dominant allele is present. That means the shape will be round. And the color of the allele will be yellow. Why? Because dominant allele is again present, that is for the yellow color. So the first filial generation that will be produced will all be round and yellow seeded plants. They will all be round and yellow seeded plants. That will further confirm his deduction that the yellow is dominant and round is dominant in case of the shape and yellow in case of the color. Clear? Now this was the cross fertilization. Now comes the self fertilization. This is the self fertilization. What we will do? The first filial generation will then be crossed with each other like this. Capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, with that of the capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Right? Now we are going to find out that what kind of offsprings can be produced through this. What is the probability? Right? Now, how these alleles will be assorted in the gametes? This is the question here. You need to remember one thing. It is not necessary that only the dominant allele will go with dominant. The dominant allele can go with the recessive allele as well. Clear? How? The capital R can go with capital Y in the gametes. Obviously, both the alleles are going to come. One is for the shape, one is for the color, right? Both the alleles are going to come in the gamete. But the question here is the dominant will not only assist the dominant one. Rather, dominant can go with the recessive one. For example, capital R, capital Y can come. Capital R, small y. Similarly, small r with that of the capital Y and small r with that of the small y. How? This capital R with that of the capital Y, then this capital R with that of the small y. Similarly, this small r with that of the capital Y and this small r with that of the small y. This is how the alleles will be segregated or assorted. Similar is the case with this seed because the self-fertilization is being occurred. So the same case will be here. Now, the gametes have been formed. Now the next thing will be the fertilization, and for that purpose we are going to use the Punnett square. If you remember that we studied in the last video, it is a checkerboard that gives us the probability of the offspring that can be produced. What we'll do, we'll put these options on the horizontal line and these options on the vertical line. Okay, these are the gametes which were produced from the parents. Now the second filial generation is being produced. What will happen? This will first multiply with this will then cross with this, then with this, then with this, right? Similarly, then the process will occur. This will goes with this, then this, then this, then this one. And same is the case with this one, and the same is the case with the fourth one. This is how the cross will occur. On the basis of this cross, what will happen? A ratio will be produced that will be 9:3:3:1. What is the meaning of this ratio? 9. The 9 is the total number of round yellow seeds. Round yellow seeds, total number of 9 round yellow seeds are produced. Then 3 is the total number of round green seeds. Similarly, this 3 is the wrinkled yellow seeds. And only one probability for the production of recessive seeds, which are wrinkled green seeds. How did we deduct this? If you can see here, capital R, small capital Y, both are dominant, round yellow. Again dominant, round yellow, dominant, round yellow, then round yellow. Similar is the case. There are total of 9 round yellow seeds there. This is the first probability. Second, capital R, small r, round, cause of the presence of the dominant allele, whereas small y is the recessive one. This is recessive. It is the green color. So round green. Similar is the case here. This is the second round green and the third round green. So the second probability is the 3 round green seeds. Then comes wrinkled yellow, smaller, wrinkled shape, capital Y, dominant, yellow color. Similarly, color is dominant because of the yellow dominant allele. Same is the case here. So the total probability is 3. And the last one, that is the only one, that is the recessive one. Both of these are recessive, small r, small y, and therefore it is wrinkled green colored seeds. This is how the ratio was given. And if you want to see in the case of the numbers, a total of 315 round yellow seeds were there, 108 round green seeds were there, 101 wrinkled seeds were there, and 32 wrinkled green seeds were there. This was the total quantity of the seeds that were present there. On the basis of this, he gave us the Mendel's law of independent assortment. And what he said was that it is not necessary, ज़रूरी नहीं है कि only the dominant alleles will assort with that of the other dominant alleles. Every single trait will independently assort from each other and will go into the gametes. There are chances which can be taken there. So it is not necessary. Clear? This is how the Mendel's law of assortment was given. Remember, whenever you will have to write this, you need to mention the characteristics that are needed to study it. Here you need to mention those 4 characteristics that should be present to study the genetic features of any living organism. I hope it is clear. If you have got any confusion, let me know in the comment section. And if you've got any suggestion, let me know that as well. Would love to hear back from you and get your feedback. Thank you so much for joining. Subscribe to my channel, like it, share it, and follow me on Instagram. Till next time, stay safe. Bye bye.